It's basically something along the lines of, "You're shitting me." And Eden sort of raises his eyebrows, having, of course, seen the battle, but, he shakes his head at Mensa for taking a little girl into the drinking circle of knights.
Bree looks over at Sarah Willem. Basically, they fought together with basically like a what expression.
So just shakes his head, drinks deep, thinking about magic and omens and.
Nope. Halldamir comes in. Wait a minute! Don't leave me behind. I want to drink too.
Yeah. Come drink for the ladies' gold.
Yep. Bree. In order for her to spend a week with fucking Maester Cole, she needs to just fucking get drunk. Bree will be more drunk than I have ever been, the player. Because I've never lost control of myself like that. But geez.
And here they're basically just telling stories of like awesome things that they did or heard about.
Bree has no stories. She just has alcohol.
You will listen and learn.
And as it turns out, that really fucking hurt, and she doesn't have that much endurance, so that's really bothering her.
Yeah, Mansour is used to, well, when you punch people in a sword fight, you generally get stabbed a little bit or cut your hands or something, and it didn't. I mean, he still has a nosebleed basically, but he'll be fine. He'll just take a little bit, and then he'll be good. He'll hurt for a week or something, but.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bothered by endurance test either if I had fucking 6 in there or whatever.
I don't have to worry about it with 5 and 6. And however many bonus
being
dice.
durable is sort of his calling card. And being also sort of a breaker of traditions, it seems. He has a very rowdy, sort of hard love, and seems to love like jokes that are really too inappropriate for Bree, but he doesn't give a damn.
Neither does Bree.
Although,
like in her head, she's basically like, like gasping the entire time. Stone face.
Ashra is a little bit like, this is kind of. I mean, he's cringing a little bit, sort of, but he's just feeding men for a lot of stuff. So
keep feeding him.
Yeah, just ply him enough wine. Ply him with enough wine, he'll get used to it.
Yep.
He'll be fine.
Tolerance.
Tolerance.
This is exactly what Bree wanted when she organized these events. She wanted to find people who were equals, and she found at least one person who could punch that amazingly well, and now she knows what she has to do to get better. For starts, drink lots of wine.
Yes.
Step 1.
She's gonna become a lush
He'll
at
tell the story
13.
of back when he wrestled a bear up north.
I have a
Out in the
bear
forest,
horse.
and he had no food, but it was deep winter, and there was snow as high as you, Bree. And
Bree looks
he was
very
wading
interested.
through there.
And the dire wolves were
Had to
howling.
grab a tree trunk and rip it out of the ground to throw it, And,
Bree gives Mansour Laygood the looks that she used to give Sarah Alaric when he shared stories of chivalry and nobility.
the thing is
Years before
that
she was kidnapped.
Mansour doesn't really talk to anyone. He just sort of talks. And someone else might have a story as well while he's just sort of talking. And that's fine. Doesn't seem to bother him. He talks the stories, he drinks until he gets red-faced, and just keeps talking. Barely stopping to, maybe sometimes looking at people, then pointing at them laughing at something they said.
Out of curiosity, Manaki, where on the map is House Laygood located?
House Laygood is a... they are generally sort of... these guys basically are of minor houses. Basically, they're at the level of landed knights.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really necessarily have a keep. They just sort of have a manor house and some peasants whom they're responsible for, and answering generally to the Tyrells. Where exactly the lands is, well, Dessem isn't really sure. It's not really the sort of thing that, it's not important. They can't field 100 men.
Yes, these are all individuals that Sir Ashra Tyrell invited, Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot field 100 men, but they can sort of feed themselves and pay for their armor and their horse, and that's generally why they're like cavalry people. They would serve as like officers in regiments and whatnot for the Tyrells generally. But certainly all nobles of their own right, even if they don't really have. There are only so many keeps to give around, and they're not cheap, as it turns out. You have to win a lot of tournament to build a keep. It's not that easy when the Tyrells are around.
Damn Tyrells taking all the good things. Dirk my things. Dirk for Dirk. All right, awesome. I suppose I shall go ahead and roll one thing just to check. I was like looking at like the various things for poisons when it's like alcohol
Getting
related.
shit-faced, yeah.
No, she's pretty fucked. She's gonna drink so much fucking wine until she's like slumped over like the table, and someone's gonna have to like carry her to like the maester.
Yep.
They don't discover it for a while
That's fine.
until Sir Asher's like, perhaps we should. And
then-
Eden sort of jumps up. He sort of also a little bit, and he's like, "Yes, I will. I'll, of course." Manzer's like, she can't hold her liquor. Women.
Fine, there's something I beat her at. Oh,
You look at interview though. That's true, but that's not. That's just because he's very good at it.
that endurance keeping him up.
You know, that's a huge thing to have for first blood fights. You know, the ability to have a lot of health. He was prepared. His body was ready.
Yeah, sadly, he's not too difficult to punch. Which is also why he generally uses lighter armor, because the heavier stuff would make it basically benign too. Can't have like peasants with a stick punch him and then actually, hit him.
Yes, but Bree like completely overconsumes on like wine because she knows what's gonna happen to her for the next fucking week, and she's like, well,
The maester is rather concerned with her condition. Thinking that she should have come there, but that's that Bree is out, and Eden is, who knows what words that were shared.
Bree doesn't even care.
She probably doesn't remember.
She's fucking unconscious.
Eden Riceley is a knight, and he cares about honors and anointed oils and vows and that sort of thing.
And mustaches.
Yes, could not. He's sure it'll catch on.
Good news is they'll miss the headache of the rest of the tournament, including the joust. My work here is done, everyone. To glory well spent. Bree's gonna go fucking lay in bed for a week now. Send the milk of the poppy maester, please.
She is drunk enough that shouldn't be necessary.
It will.
Already taking care of that.
Yep. Already took care.
The call, as it turns out, is not too fond of drunk people. Because it's like, feels it's stupid too.
Well, that's
Go to
great.
such excess.
She doesn't even like him, so it's a match made in heaven.
She does like patience though, so there's a silver lining. Yeah, certainly something for the peasantry to talk about.
I bet.
Mensa was not planning on jousting anyway, because,
The
that's
devil.
not his thing. His horse is not a fighting horse. However, what is sort of a Dessem and Laenys hanging out?
After this is over, I suppose Lane's probably gone over to just gone over and possibly joined Dessem wherever he might be.
Dessem would have been, he would have been at the outskirts, looking in a little bit, seeing how it went. Probably didn't want to interfere because he, Bree takes umbrage with being interfered with, even if it is for her own good. Especially when it is for her own good, really.
She punches the guy and he's like, "No, you don't punch her back.
Exactly.
Lose. I paid you to lose."
And otherwise he will, look over to Laenys as he approaches and nod. Nephew?
Well, Bree's fight went as well as expected. Looks over to Quora, puts out his arm.
Yep, Kvala lands on his arm, hops back and forth, and sort of affectionately pecks at it.
Smirks slightly. Always amused by Quora. Quora, I can't speak properly.
Already been at the cider, I hear. He sort of leans at his cane.
She is... Mr. Cole's going to have an interesting time.
I can imagine. How's Dessem sort of looks slightly concerned for a second, as he sort of remembers something, and then he says, "How's the lady Kathleen doing? I haven't really seen her for a few days. If she's to be."
You have sometimes when you're near the keep heard her sort of going in the higher towers and singing like Disney-style songs about love and looking down to the tawny field, and soon her day will come, and you know, when her lovers will fight over her, and it is all very, very. I mean, you know, she's a girl fitting right into the Reach.
Yeah.
This will be relayed to you then.
Okay. Well, there's some nods. Well, that's good. Do we have any? We do have some guards on her, right? To keep an eye on her, so she doesn't.
Yes, I made sure there'd be extra guards.
He nods. Good. We wouldn't want her to. Well,
just in case.
Yes, indeed.
Fall from the ramparts.
Yes, that would be unfortunate.
Then we'd have to pay money.
God damn it.
Not if we kill everyone here.
Alaric draws his
You're plotting again.
Everyone go into the barn.
Did you
There's
say
free.
something, my lord?
There's free booze in the barn, and then we just
Someone
lock the
say
barn
kill
and
everyone.
put it
Lock
on
the
fire.
barn.
Yes,
They're all
I'm
fine.
pretty sure someone did say
That
kill
was an
everyone.
order, I'm sure.
Nobody
I'm
says that.
pretty sure it was an order.
Wreathed in flames, indeed. It's gonna be a burning barn. It's gonna be our next house sigil.
Laenys just walks through. No harm done.
I am the dragon. How and how is Rosette? I haven't spoken to her for a while either.
I haven't spoken to her the most since, though I of course enjoyed our time together. But she has had some interesting time with, I believe, some of the common folk are still not entirely used to her presence here.
Speaking of your time together,
Yes.
how is that going?
Gives a coy smile. It's going fine.
Does some nods. I expect happy news pretty soon then, yes?
We'll see.
Looks over to him sternly.
What? I know your expectations.
Good. He leans on his cane a little heavy. He seems somewhat tired.
Turns his arms to Koala, got a better look of you.
Yeah. Crawler caws and flutters away. Sits on Dessem's shoulder again. No further problem with the Ashfords, I hope.
I haven't seen them too much, actually. I hope it stays that way, in all honesty.
Yes.
Though there is a reason why I kind of gestured to the breastplate.
Mm-hmm. Do you walk around with the sword, or do you have like a normal castle forged?
I do have a normal castle forged one. What Lane's been walking around with? I suppose to be the symbol of the house, he would have been walking around with it.
Mm-hmm. It certainly makes him very official.
Mm-hmm. It and its very fancy scabbard.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't bet it. Don't get drunk and lose the sword.
I have no interest in getting drunk again. Not after what happened in Highgarden.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, what did happen in Highgarden? I never got.
Stays in Highgarden.
Does some snorts. That is very true. Yes. Forget I said anything.
You've always
Let's
been
just say
magical
never
to
again.
me.
Have you met any of the lords that have arrived?
Not too many of them, no. I have been mostly sorting things out, and then had, of course, my long period with Mr. Cole.
Yes. Well, you should. We should perhaps do a little bit of effort, a little bit of a tour to talk to some of them. Perhaps they're not the most exciting after the melee and some such. But you are, after all, the future of our house, and it would be good for you to also talk to some of the people that we will no doubt negotiate with in the future.
Rolls the
Most of them
shoulders.
have only seen you from afar or heard stories about you. It is high time that you present yourself.
Laenys rolls the shoulders slightly. Well, it's better than getting hit by Lord Astra's sword again.
Well, I guess, and Alaric hit Bree with a warhammer. Sort of looks over with some disdain towards the
think-
drinking tent.
I think I got the worst deal. Did you see him during the what did Bree call that contest with the log?
Aye, it's a caber toss. It's some northern tradition, I think.
That strength on him.
Where does she pick up those knowledges? I don't know.
You know, we might not want to know.
Grunts. Yes, well, there are a few people I would like you to meet at least. He sort of mentally starts drawing up a schedule of probably incredibly boring meetings for Laenys.
You know, Laenys is stewardship.
Yeah.
So boring.
Sure. Maybe even thinks this is actually kind of a little bit of fun.
Perhaps.
But yeah, man, we would probably spend a day or two, like going around talking to some of the lords present here. You know, just presenting Laenys and just having basically trying
Mrs.
to.
Laenys, goodbye.
Exactly. Farewell. It was nice knowing you. But yeah, presenting him because if these are people we in the future need to deal with.
You're building relations.
Yeah, building relations basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, using some charm and just
Mm-hmm. You can roll a charm. I can roll a diplomacy. We'll make the tour.
If you wish, sure. Why not?
This is not an intrigue, so I do not get my extra dice. That's fine.
But you're so incredibly handsome.
You know, I'm not bad. I didn't see what I rolled. You know, 1 sec. I'm going to first re-roll those 2 ones because I can.
Mm-hmm.
Which would put that to a. And you know what? Because I can, I'll use my lucky and see if I can get an even better roll than that. And I can roll that one. So I've got 20. I've got 12 versus what's the other one?
Well, that
Three.
one there would be a 6, right? So that would actually be 17.
That's true. It'll be 17.
These rolls
Which is
doesn't
high
seem
then.
too high. Seeing like Ashra and Gold with their freaking
Oh, it's plenty.
endurance run.
Impressive.
No, I know it is, but like comparing, like, oh damn it, those people.
Well, when you're kind of old and only do one thing, you have a lot of experience to throw at stuff.
Turns out.
Even if you don't really have the destiny to back it up.
It'll be 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2, which would be so 17 is my higher of my 2 rolls. There we go. Yeah,
Sure.
the luck, the luck with the lucky. We're entering into the conversation just at the perfect time. We're in a really good mood.
As you make your rounds, though, you'll notice that there is that the little tavern has been apparently almost abandoned by people. There's no one really there, and outside there's sort of sitting a man with a helmet and maybe like a breastplate, and then like barf all over his front, just like passed out. People staying away.
Well, it's just empty. It's just no one in there.
Seemingly, I mean, you can go closer and like inspect it.
Sure, we'll take a look at least because that's a bit
I
out
will
of the
add,
ordinary.
Nima is still following,
Wait.
shadowing Laenys.
Sure.
Oh, I wonder if I notice.
Is this the tavern that Alaric and the band are drinking at?
No. They have their own tent.
Ah, okay.
They don't drink like peasant ale.
Yeah.
kind of
They're,
wouldn't find
they're,
notice either.
they're noble wine.
Still, it's a good thing to ask.
Yeah. But as you sort of go in, you see the sort of a man behind the sit by the disc. Really, he's just sort of staring out into nothingness with half open mouth, and his sort of skin is very grey.
Oh. Dessem, like, what's wrong?
He doesn't answer you at all.
Dessem walks up to him, pokes him with his cane.
He falls from the little stool and sort of just falls to the ground. The half full sort of mug that was sort of hanging from his hand sort of falls and spills out. You hear some flies buzzing, and that no one's really here.
Well, Nima quickly being by your side. Let's do a little awareness here. What the fuck?
What are you looking for?
Any sign of anyone is still here?
Right,
Suspicious.
sure. That would be notice, I believe. Notice something.
Dessem takes a look at the beer he is drinking. Is there anything wrong with that?
How does he check that?
Well, can you check that with an awareness check?
Oh,
Yeah, smelling it, I guess.
well, he smells it and looks at it, and it looks like beer, and it smells like beer. Pretty shit beer, though.
Believe it's a
Is the
he.
man alive or just stone dead?
Well, this would be like the healing.
He will diagnose, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To figure
the
out what
same.
the hell's wrong with this guy.
It'd be the same with the if it is drugged.
You're not sure? I mean, it looks like he is kind of dehydrated a lot. He sort of has a little bit of vomit by his mouth. He's probably dead from just the coldness.
Then,
I should rub his skin.
Well,
I'll go fetch the guards.
yes. Call for the guards. And
You're not splitting up, are you?
round up a few. Make the guards round up a few people from this establishment to find out exactly what happened here. He looks to Kvalar. Fetch Maester
Krala didn't come in.
Oh, he's outside. Well, Dessem walks out, looks at him.
You can't ignore me. Please don't split up.
No, I'm just still hanging around.
Yeah, but you
Also-
ask. Laenys is leaving.
I mean, the guards can't be that. It can't be the guards. Is presumably
I mean, you
won't be
can
that
just
far
call
away.
guards. And
Exactly.
someone will probably hear it.
Then where's Kvalar sitting?
He's sitting on like one of the tents that are like outside one of the pavilions have turned away. It's like the tavern is set up like by like a tree, a little away. Man, I'm gesturing so much. By a little sort of at the edge of the plaza where sort of the peasantry would generally go. It's become very muddy around it, simply because so many people have been here and like spilled and it does smell like rank drunk peasantry, which is never a nice smell. And sort of around, he's sitting on one of the sort of pavilion tents that have been set up here at the edge.
Well, Dessem like whistles to him to come over here.
Nima is still inside. Oh, well, if she's inside,
Well, that's not. She is with Dessem and Laenys inside.
yeah, she thinks she hears some noise from upstairs. There's sort of a slight stairway they've set up.
She will
Ladder, really.
stealthily try to be stealthy. Go up there.
Sure. Do you like your stealthy?
I will try. Yeah.
Does
sneaky?
Kvalar come over if he calls? Or does he refuse?
Are you outside?
Yeah, he steps outside.
Then yes.
That's not very good.
He tells him is the guards also like getting over
Oh,
here?
they're on their way, but you have like a moment. They're not like instantaneous.
Instant guards. He looks at him. Kvalar, go and fetch Sir Alaric. Yes. He sort of motions towards where he saw Sir Alaric. Kvalar probably
Tilts his
blinks.
head as he sort of flies off, cawing.
Yep.
Alaric!
Well, Nima climbs the ladder, trying to be quiet. She sees upstairs. It's basically very, very low roof. It seems like just sort of an alcove where you would generally sleep. There's not really much of a roof on this thing, so it's kind of a little leaking. Though there hasn't really been much of a rain either, though it's just sort of quite cold. And she sees sort of what seems to be the bedding of whoever sort of set up this thing. There seems to be like some slight movement in it.
Nima will go over there and
Sort of crawl on your knees kind of thing. It's crammed in here.
have her darken out, just in case. And what are Koala doing? And pull the bedding away from the person, whoever is laying there.
All right. Well, she sees a pale woman. She's seen her around. She's the barmaid who's been serving here. She's sort of pale, not nearly as grey as the other one, and she's sort of still moving a little, just sort of groaning slightly to herself.
Right. You will shake her.
All right. Well, she coughs and sort of tries to turn and look at Nima with her eyes. They're sort of slightly glassy.
Yes, what happened?
She just sort of looks at Nima, and she doesn't really answer. She just sort of winces at your touch.
Is she hot to the touch?
Yes.
Damn it.
Not burning, but certainly hot.
Nima will try to... Can Nima carry her down so she can get some water into this girl?
Oh, sure.
Nima will carry her down and get her some water.
Sure. Where do you get the water from? There isn't much around, though there's many barrels of ale.
I
Maybe a
doubt...
little bit of wine.
I doubt that's what she's gonna need. But I guess Nima will give her a little wine.
Sure, just like pick a cup up.
Unless it's poisoned.
Let's... If Dessem says that, Nima stops in her track.
I suppose Dessem is outside, seeing in the door. And Nima comes dragging with this woman who's groaning, whimpering, as guards, sort of two guards, come running. It's of the Dornish variety.
Dessem will tell them get some more guards, gather people that were in this establishment, figure out who was here. I have gone. Start searching the crowds if you must, because we need to know what happened here. And also, someone go and get Maester Cole.
Sure, they will run and do that. I suppose Alaric will have a koala fly to him as he's hanging out, sort of just land on his shoulder and begin pecking at the at his plate.
Yep. Dang, 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 dang.
Saying like "Rah!" into his ear.
Yep. Gah!
The others looking at him weirdly.
Alaric just gets up, grabs his sword and shield and runs.
The bird sort of takes flight.
Just out.
Then he sort of runs at this point when he gets this sort of crawler gets him. Does he care about the crowd, or does he just sort of plow through? As his full-plated tank formation stomping people down. People don't generally just sort of move. You'll have sort of
He'll kind of say, like, move out of the way as he's running and try and avoid, like, trampling anyone. But if someone deliberately gets in his way, that motherfucker's going down.
Basically, imagine a tightly packed, like an airport where people are trying to push because they've just been called out. There's only limited tickets. Whoever gets there first gets them. That sort of crowd, people sort of moving around the tents and such. I mean, these guys don't hang out at the outskirts at all.
Yeah, Alaric will just push his way through.
It's all right. People just sort of fall and
not
stumble
like killing people, just
everywhere. No, he's not cutting his way through. But there's certainly a lot of stumbling and cursing and you know, sure as he fucking smashes heads on his breastplate, tosses away. Desmond can probably hear like the.
You just see people flying all over the place.
Oh god! A distant Wilhelm scream.
Yes, a Wilhelm scream.
It's just on loop for about half an hour.
Pushed into the bear pit by an accident, that sort of thing.
Save that person before going on. I don't think we agreed with the bear pit, though, right?
Can Nima get
I'd like to know where the bear pit came from.
Unless Brief
Nima get any
funded that, I don't think
contact with this girl?
She can. She seems coherent, though she seems to sort of, as you give her a little bit to drink, she sort of sputters and spits and just sort of looks at you and then sort of just vomits.
Nima will hold her
onto
so...
the table. Doesn't seem like she's been eating a lot. It's very liquid.
Nima will hold her so she can vomit without choking on it.
Sure. Splatters all over the crappy wooden table.
Well, I've been seen worse.
Yeah, outside, for example.
Yeah. Nima will hold this girl.
Sure. As Alaric Tunses
Rub her back.
arrives.
Dessem motions towards the place. It seems that something has gone incredibly wrong. Yeah. We arrived to find it completely empty, and well, he sort of points at the guy outside with all the vomit all over him. He and well, that man in there, pointing at the guy on the floor, and the girl that Nima found, seem to be the only people. 2 of them are dead, and we need to secure this place for a little bit. I hope you don't mind some guard duty, Alaric.
Alaric nods. Says, it's what I'm built for, right?
Yes. Dessem walks in again, looks over the
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of people wanting to get in there, though. But,
do you know what's wrong with her? He doesn't really think Nima knows, but he asks.
Nima shakes her head, but she hasn't been eating much, and she's hot to the touch.
Can you get Ravala to fetch Rosette? She's better at this than any of us are.
Mr. Cole is on his way.
Unless Rosette is closer.
she probably is.
I mean, he has to come all the way down from the castle.
Alright, let's get Rosette here.
He's never the fastest. Like, he doesn't run. He just walks fast.
He's a very
If needed be, I
dignified.
can.
He wears a maester's robe as well. It's rather bothersome to
You know,
move very
if
quickly in it.
if needed be, I can take her to Maester Cole.
I would like Mr. Cole also to look over this place while he is here.
True.
Well,
I would like this girl to survive.
Dessem nods, me too. Alaric is patrolling the grounds until more guards shows up.
Yeah. Few guards arrive, reporting that they have checked the nearby tents, as someone said that they had to. And it seems like there's a few people there who have, well, who seem to be in some pain. They seem very sick.
And everyone, they started getting sick. Everyone just up and left.
It seems there was a big party here, like last night, and no one, like, yeah.
Dessem,
No one sort of wanted to go back here. As it turns out, it smells like bad and has this sort of eerie. Yeah, maybe someone did walk in here and then left, not wanting to get in trouble.
So I have a question, Manaki, because me as a player has a sneaking suspicion what this might be, but Dessem might also, because this sounds like a poison that he has access to.
Oh, what poison would that be?
It would be grey cap. That causes vomiting and dehydration. Along with intestinal pains, they are quite agonizing.
Yeah, for some reason I know that too.
I suppose that would be knowledge you would be looking for there to identify. Like, I suppose though, I mean, if you could, I suppose, yeah, you own it. Then it's probably fair to know the symptoms, but like actually diagnosing it would be a diagnose check.
I can't diagnose. I only have, well, I have two. I only have two in healing. I can't really do that.
As good as the peasants.
I do have knowledge, though, like academic knowledge. I don't know if that's enough. Otherwise, Dessem will be like, this sounds.
You can. I would say you can substitute knowledge for trying to diagnose, but the DC will be higher.
Okay.
2 higher. Points higher. That is still enough, though, to say that the symptoms here very much do look like they could be from Grey Cap, though it would have to be a rather large amount to like get this many people, if that's the case.
Dessem looks around. Does it seem that they have been drinking from a particular barrel or like a set of barrels? Over the last
He's
few
not
hours?
sure. There are like 3 barrels opened out there, half full ones. There certainly were ale here, and probably everyone who went here has been drinking ale because it's an ale house. The barrels are like in a slight back. There's not really like this is a tavern that's sort of been set up by like wood that they probably brought with them in a couple of wagons. It's not a permanent structure, like a party tavern for peasants.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this is a decoy. Because why otherwise would they poison like a collection of peasants? This is ale. This is not going anywhere to any nobles.
Well, I should say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guards will report that there have been some other people who seem to have been who are suffering from these like things, though they don't seem to be dead yet. There is a Sir Benedy who's very, very sick. He's sort of a blunt knight, though you can't really see that now because he's caked with his own vomit. Just found sort of behind the thing where he sort of seems to have slumped down to sleep in a little bush. That didn't go so well. There's also Mr. Gullery, who is a baker from Appleton. Came here with his baked goods. Was also sort of outside, and there's a few more sort of like peasant people who may have a little note. But then there's also these two.
Oh no!
Whose tents are
Oh,
rather
dear.
nearby. They didn't
But-
get a good spot in the center of the place. Beyond that, you also hear of two other people who weren't really identified easily, but who seems to have collapsed their night out drinking. These two.
But they're not dead, right?
Not yet.
Cole.
Send them to the mace. Oh, well, the maester's coming
Ryman!
here. So,
Well,
maester,
So
come to
there
us.
is probably a little more than 20 like people who have been.
Well, these two take priority. Get them fixed. Get them fixed. If these are these dead?
They will be.
No, currently they're
Okay.
just disabled. Basically, they're not going anywhere. They are very sick and very vomiting, and seem to be rather dehydrated. Word is that their people basically has been keeping them in their tents, and they don't seem to really be able to contain any liquids
Well,
or any food at all.
everyone to the maester.
Well, Sir Ryman and Galt were apparently out drinking, and well,
Did they drink at this establishment?
they're currently unconscious. They were basically found where they collapsed.
Sure.
People don't take too much note of collapsed drunks. People just generally don't see them.
Sure.
Really? Sir Ryman would have
Who
out
knows?
drinking?
Maybe they've been robbed. That'd probably be the best thing.
They were known. Well, if they survive, that's a small blessing, I guess.
Disappointed in Sir Ryman.
His honor not quite so high
We'll
today.
need like a couple of minutes of break. So,
Okay.
be right back.
Oh, we're so fucked if those Peasbury guys die.
Well, it's not our fault. It's
No, it's
bad.
not.
We will be blamed.
We will be
bad,
blamed
but-
because it's on our lands.
It is on our lands, yes. The
If you
question is,
want, I can.
start killing everyone.
No. If you want, I can place evidence on the people we don't like.
True, you can.
I can totally do
Dessem
that.
does have grey caps.
You do have grey caps, and I can plant it on whoever you want.
Have
Yes.
someone stolen my grey cap supply? I better check.
You probably should. Also, I was looking at how poisons work, and this grey cap, there's a chance it might not actually affect Alaric at all.
I
Because
mean,
it's
yes.
five dice trying to beat 20.
Grey cap is pretty nasty, though.
I'm just saying.
It is very nasty. Why do you think I chose Nightshade just in case?
It's a milder poison.
It's much milder, yeah.
Well, the question is, of course.
Someone beat us to this.
Yeah, that might be a thing. They might be. Well, the Peaceburys, they actually were in the joust. I
Shit.
do know
Well,
that.
yes.
They were.
You know,
Oh,
I was. I'm.
Sam
Oh,
might have poisoned.
I could have.
That's why
would
I'm
make me
asking
being
if you
hard for
want
him.
me to place evidence.
Not quite yet.
Not yet.
Um,
If people start pointing blame, then hell yeah.
But they. Why would the peace? Well, I guess the Peaceburys could drink at this like local establishment or like
Maybe they were going
very
for
close.
low-hanging fruit. I don't know.
As said, they were very close by, so it would make sense.
It's possible.
A proximity, purely.
Yeah. Or is they were trying to stumble back to their tent and like just passed out before they could get there from one of the better establishments.
Yeah. Do you think it's that simple that they simply wanted to keep people out of the tournament, or do we have something else here?
I have a feeling that it is not uncommon.
Gold and Ryman seems just casualties of circumstance, right? No one would
Yes.
really go for them.
I have a bad feeling that this isn't the like end of it, because this is still like the penultimate night. Like there's still another day and night before the turn starts. So this could just be the start of it.
So this is why Manaki wanted to know what kind of alcohol we liked.
Maybe he set that up.
We lost Halldamir, by the way.
Oh, there he went again. I'll try to invite him. Yeah. They might try to keep poisoning. That would be. We would basically have to call like a general ban on anything like.
We can't call ban alcohol.
No, I know. That's the thing. We would need to have to call a ban on all ale, basically, because that seems to be the source of this.
The problem is we call ban on ale. What are they going to do? Drink water? That's unsafe.
It might certainly just be one of the idiot Ashfords or something that just wants to ruin our tournament in some way, just trying to poison as many people as possible. I wouldn't put that past them.
I clicked leave conversation about 5 hours ago to try and fix the call issue.
Oh well.
Thank you, Grimith. I see this going like this could just be the beginning. We could see a lot worse
Well,
It could, yes.
happen, like occur, and I'm worried about that happening.
The problem is, what do we do about this?
We don't really have a central storage for all the booze either. Like we could just check the barrels. Like we could, if we had that, we could send Maester Call and just can
People
you check
bring it-
this?
People are bringing their own booze.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Halldamir?
oh, hey,
No,
do you think
I-
Fussaway will get all the blame?
False away.
They're the cider provider.
Peasants don't have money for cider.
Okay, so it's beer.
Yeah.
Ale.
Well, good thing none of us drink beer.
I guess we need to question the Peacebury boys. See if they.
Is someone doing something? I'm getting some error messages here.
I am not doing
No?
anything.
Halldam's writing messages.
Oh, I guess I'm not seeing them then. Might as well take this chance to rehost the thing then.
Okay, here we go again.
I don't know why it did this time,
It's
but
always such a pleasure.
Do you remember when we tried to?
Can we
What?
twice?
Do you remember the weeks that we had no problem with Java?
No.
No.
I remember a couple.
September?
Yes, it was in September.
Yeah. It was nice. It was pleasant.
yeah, I'll take a little pause so I can get something hot to drink. I think I'm beginning to be a little bit sick.
Oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
But I want to.
Tina, get the Maester.
Prepare the leeches.
Wait, Tina, you don't happen to have any of those things around you?
Have any what around? Leeches?
Great
No.
guy.
Leeches.
Well,
Yes.
We live in a
He's running out of
harbor.
liquids. Leech him.
We live in a harbor. There are no leeches.
No,
But I have
leeches don't
anything.
live in salt water.
Yeah.
They live in
But
fresh.
do I have anything what around?
I will be right back then.
Good. Sure.
Okay.
Just your arrow won't remove itself. So just kidding. Some apparently Rahal is still pointing at stuff.
That might be it then.
I don't know. Who knows? Now the sandpit is permanent.
Bree will be ecstatic.
Yes.
I mean, there are ways we can do it.
Can't get rid of the sandpit.
There is.
What were you about to
Nope.
say, Dark? What were you about to say? What do I have around?
If you have any of that poison around.
Oh, I wouldn't poison Manaki.
No. Sif.
Oh.
Sif
Sif should have
didn't.
done it. How do you know? How do you know if a cat's trying to plot to kill you?
I swear, gaming dog's trying to kill me.
No, familiar.
Yeah.
Sif has just been rude. She hasn't been.
If you kill him, you lose constitution.
I actually put gaming dog on my shoulders again yesterday. Oh no, today. Sorry. She laid down on my shoulders, and she was there for a good 5 minutes.
See, familiar.
Just laid there. God. I did it just to get her out of the way because I needed both my hands and she wouldn't leave me alone. And then she laid down. So, yeah.
And then you became a wizard.
Then I became a wizard. She does it daily. It's pretty much every time I get back from the shop. Like with groceries, I put her on my shoulder to get her out of the way. She's happy.
Here. That should be the server up. Grimith, did you have somehow, like, did you just keep trying, or? That was very fast.
He has a
Usually
specific
takes
timer.
this long for Manaki to start the server.
Yeah. He's
takes-
recorded it.
Get in
takes
here,
precisely-
everyone.
It takes him precisely 48.9 seconds. And with that, actually, I need to go to the toilet.
All right, let's get this done then, so we can continue.
Okay. So, what I'm hearing is we're all fucked, yeah?
No, just there's a lot of people kind of sick.
Mr. Cole will give Bree a look when he leaves,
Check the
saying like,
straps.
don't you you stop strapping Bree down unless he really needs to, and she is behaving herself a little bit. She was very drunk, but
He's a happy Bree.
and he doesn't really need to do surgery
No,
on her, so the biting stick hasn't been used either.
good. That's always pleasant when you don't need that.
He never gets to use the saw, but
You know, maybe one day, Mr. Cole. I'm sure you keep it polished and sharp until
Hopefully not on a PC.
then. Alright, so what is Mr. Cole's medical...
well, he will need to take a look.
Yeah.
And he does not want them in his place, so he'll usher some guards to put them on the table, basically. And he will begin to take a look, and he will do that behind closed doors. Thank you.
Alright, very well.
So, this is not something that people should see.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I don't think. Oh.
Oh,
Fresh corpses, and it won't be pretty.
no.
What is going on
Dessem,
here?
Mr.
Dessem
Cole is
will,
going into the building and asking everyone to please leave, and please put the bodies on the table.
Well,
Oh,
The
I
girl
just
is
looked
still
at Grey
alive?
Cap more.
Right, but she can go. The bodies should be enough. He works best with dead people to tell the truth.
oh,
But
what does he want us to do with the girl who's alive? She may know something.
She could chill for a while.
say that she doesn't appear to be in any mood to talk about it right now. Keep her alive, if you would.
How do I keep her alive?
keep her hydrated, or
I
try
don't
to?
have any water.
Yes. I will work on.
Wow.
We will move some of these, some of the injured. Can we is there a well close by, or do we need to access the well in the castle?
There's not a well on the turning grounds.
Okay,
No.
then
Hence why people always drink
Yeah.
alcohol.
then we will. Dessem will just quickly ask Mr. Cole if he think it's a good idea to move the people needing of his attention back to the castle grounds, or if he prefers them to.
Don't do that.
Okay.
We would like to make sure that it is not the plague that seemed to have been proving points in a little bit north of here. That would be
would be
excellent.
good.
And if you would not touch them, that would also be.
Okay.
I totally forgot about.
Excellent.
Then, have you what?
I already touched them.
That would be bad
Well,
if we
then
had a
you
plague.
should wash your hands and make sure that water doesn't go near anything anyone's going to drink.
Right. Okay.
Nima's
Say
gonna
that
die.
next time, please bring him here before any of those things happen. He like puts a cloth around his mouth and his creepy mask and
It's,
like
burn mask.
leather gloves. And
Then Dessem will tell Alaric to get some more guards and round up more of these people. If they are around, we need to gather them all here. He will order some guards to start bringing water in, put up some cots and stuff that we can put people. Basically, create like a sort of shielded off area as best as possible around this place, so some mystical can work, and also bring some water so we can try to keep them hydrated while he checks away. Basically, organize this thing.
sure.
That Dessem will look around for Laenys.
Laenys is back with Rosette.
I just got back as a player as well.
And basically inform them of the situation.
Well, she will say that she can certainly do her best, but whenever she's tried in the past, the maester has scowled at her and not been very friendly to her for a few days after she's done it.
Best not to touch them. Maester Cole doesn't want, isn't sure it isn't the plague, so best not to do much at this point. But keep an eye out, because whoever did this sort of motions towards the place. It might be that they're out after something else. We should probably take a look at. Make sure we have accounted for the people that we need to account for, so to speak.
The guards will walk around people looking for signs of this. Quite a few people who might just be drunk, like abroad here.
Yeah.
And if you're not telling them to, the guards will tell them to lay down next to the other people.
Yeah, basically, if they are coherent and don't have incredible stomach pains, we separate them into two groups, right? Stomach pains and unconscious, like the people in one pile, and the ones who are maybe just drunk and full of vomit on the other. I'm trying to separate them like that. Is there anyone else who brought their maester to the tournament? I can call in some backup.
There wasn't really a maester's conclave, and there wasn't really much of a reason to.
Okay. I mean, sometimes someone brings
Yeah.
their maester.
But it no. Most of the people came here to compete.
Is there a maester in the grounds?
Dessem will. Dessem
Lady
will.
can come in and talk about her bombs and oilments, and there's a man who will sell you an oil from a Dornish snake that can
Throw him into the stockades.
hand off for selling oils.
Yes, indeed. Not on in this land. No, sir.
There's also a septon someone has brought who will come in and pray for the.
Oh, whatever.
We're all just
But she needs room, so if you would please give her some room.
Why do you need room? You're just saying words.
Hey,
Fuck.
Do you say that?
I didn't know Alaric was so irreverent.
No, that's me as a
Lord
player.
man,
That's me as a player.
Nima will just stare. The gods have no mercy. That's why they're gods.
Desem's like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of this like Lordman in disguise and this crazy Braavosi.
Mercy
Hey,
is
no,
travel to those who revere the gods.
Alaric
Perhaps
is
we shall
anointed.
find that the men who are here afflicted were not godly men.
Help!
Perhaps
What?
Help!
he's moving by association.
Alaric is anointed by the Seven. He is a godly man.
Alaric, I'll leave the security
check
to
the
this
window.
up to you. I need to check something.
What do you need to check?
You're gonna leave me with the heathens?
Check his stash.
Yes.
Oh please, you're calling me a heathen.
God damn it, help! I need to get out!
What are you
Run.
doing?
Run, Dessem!
Where are you going?
Wait.
No, Nima, stop! I need to-
No, I'm just saying. I just took your place.
Can't associate with you. His brother is known for bad things.
But what about last night? I thought it meant something to you.
Gasp.
Still have the evidence of last night. in my phone. But
Yeah.
you should probably check up on your thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Nima stays by Laenys' side.
sure, we can run off. Who said? She doesn't really like being near the sick people. It's not a great,
Well, why don't we just leave then? We're
not a great
sick.
pastime. She's not allowed to help. She doesn't really want to drink right now.
We can go back to the castle.
So she says that she will go and help looking for more sick people.
Laenys can come along, I suppose.
Sure.
So Alaric can handle the situation.
All alone. Let's hope
We can't
let's
just
hope we
stand
don't
in
get
white
attacked.
place, can we?
Nope. Life would be too boring.
But notices Sam has wandered over and is whistling, leaning against the tree by the thing.
See, great idea left.
Looking
Yeah,
at her.
Alaric will keep an eye on him.
Sure.
Why don't you talk to him and how terrible
He's just
this
looking.
is? Look how terrible this is.
Oh no, he'll be reveling in this.
I know, that's why you should talk to him.
Why would I want to talk to the maniac?
Because the maniac would probably come with something interesting on the matter. Because
So,
he's
Fuck the
crazy.
maniac.
is Dessem running to the keep?
Doesn't run unless he really have to. No, he's walking at a brisk pace. He's probably called a guard or something to follow him. You know, he has to
Sure.
sort of make
Well,
help
don't just meant to
him
follow him.
Yeah, help him get through the crowd by pushing people aside, basically.
Some of the garrison all are coming down here now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he will, as he sees one of the captains or something for the garrison, he will sort of give him instructions as he hurries past.
Sure.
Maybe take one of the halberdiers or something with him as well, so he has one of each.
Well, you'll go and check your stash, and it seems that nothing's really missing.
All right, I didn't think so either, but good to know. He will lock everything
As usual.
as usual. Yep,
Behind a painting, probably.
and pretty exactly he has like a
To not be
secret.
cliche.
Yep.
Painting of his wife.
Yes, his favorite portrait. Hiding the most deadly of poisons, just like my wife.
By the way, there is something I have to talk to you about your painting at some point.
Okay, sure.
It's just an idea I have.
Oh. Well, Dessem is all ears.
Well, you left me.
Well, it wasn't the time right now.
Yeah. By the way, I want to talk to you.
By the way, you pay. Oh, okay. She
When,
didn't
when
even-
you return, Mr. Cole comes out and he's at a bloodied gloves and whatnot. And he will say that it is perhaps not a plague, though it certainly seems to have many of the same symptoms. So, as far as he knows, it is not a plague.
Oy. What does he believe it to be?
He believes that Desem's guess was right.
The
Well, Balls.
the quantity
A large
required.
amount of it would have to be applied, and it would have to either be, ingested or inhaled in some fashion. So the latter seems less likely.
How much volume? You would need quite a bit to poison this many people.
Yeah.
Especially if it's,
How would you even get
That
that?
is quite pricey. That is not something you just carry around, that amount.
But you wouldn't know that, of course.
What was that?
Cole says, that is true.
There's something seems. Well, someone rich and wealth then. Probably one of the more noble
Is
guests.
there a way, Maester, that you can check if there is any poison in the ale that we found here?
He will get to it, sure, if that's what you want to know. Though, I mean, sure, he'll find
We could
like a
always-
billy goat and have it drink it.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
That's really the easiest way to check if something's poison.
Well, let's do it.
Or go.
Goat, well, it'll
This
take a
is-
few hours, as it turns out. for anything to happen.
Keep the goat under observation.
This is the second time I've poisoned an animal
there-
in a
Is there any way to
Role-play game.
track the specific barrels? Like, is there a mark on them or something? Oh, this came from the brewery of so and so.
Owls?
barrels.
Oh, okay. That's easier. Well, there's not really much of a mark on them except for like a basically ale with like pitch or something.
Shit,
alright.
that cheap.
Is the
Though it does sort of look, Alaric knows a bit of thing about alcohol, and he'll probably guess that this is
I
pretty
get-
watered down, really.
Oh,
Like, certainly it's been thinned, but that's pretty now normal for like low-grade alcohol. That people will put like salt water or something in there.
oof, nasty.
What?
You know, people
it's a
drink it anyway.
Dehydrating beverage and being added like to salt water that could dehydrate people on its own, let alone with a poison.
don't drink salt
We'll
water?
certainly say that it could seem that these people have been ingesting things that could cause them to be dehydrated, perhaps making this worse than it could have been.
Ugh.
Makes it difficult to
great.
tell how much exactly has been used, but certainly enough to inflict a rather horrible condition on these people. Now, there's of course the matter of taking care of them. He only has so much time. And Bree already needs to take care of. He believes he could take care of maybe 2 people. In addition to her,
Oh,
on a
Gold.
daily basis.
we need gold. He cost a lot of money.
Well, of course.
Yes. Do you need
No,
gold?
My
We need
my point
gold.
is, of course, it's only 2 you can take care of.
Oh, sure.
It takes like 4 hours a
It
day.
takes 4 hours.
Yeah,
a day.
He
sure.
only has
I'm not
3.
telling him how to do his
Can
job.
we,
That's not what I'm
um,
saying.
Can we drug Brie a little bit extra so she can, like, last
You
for
know,
a day?
we
That
don't-
would not be a solution to the problem.
And we don't know what Bree has been. Well, we don't know if she's been drinking ale.
Bree's certainly not
Well,
going
that's
to
not
die. That's for certain. But,
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so we can have 2 people worked on by the mage, and we can have, I mean, Rosette could be allowed to actually try and help people here now.
we can certainly try. It would be very much an insult to have a woman from Dorne taking care of nobility from the Reach.
Well, it's either that or
Would
die.
they rather
you know,
die?
So
They don't have a say in it.
no, exactly.
Exactly.
So there we go.
But you have a perfectly good maester.
Yeah, but
There's
if
a lot of
she
people.
were to help the maester, could we house another 2?
Yeah, but she would be taken care of too, and she's not as good at it.
Could she
Yeah.
theoretically prevent people from dying?
They will probably not die, but it's not really wounds they're dying of. It's a disease or a poison.
Does the Peaceberry have any people with them that has?
They do have people with them, but not really people who take care of wounds. That's usually the hosting house's problem, or duty as the host.
I think
What's
Rosette will have
let's see here. How does this work? It has virulence and it attacks, and it attacks your
endurance.
endurance. Is that what it attacks?
Endurance rank times 4. Yeah, so the virulence is the amount of dice
Yeah.
against the victim's
Breakup
endurance.
produces
times
2
4.
nasty effects. The first attack body every 6 hours. On a successful test, the poison imposes -1d to athletic with additional -1 for every 2 degree. The second effect strikes every day, imposing 2d to cunning and 1d to endurance per degree. If the penalty dice equals any of the associated abilities, the victim dies.
Yeah, that was
Basically, after a while, you get paralyzed and you begin to die.
Yeah.
Is there a let's see here? Do you make like a recovery roll from this, or is it just no? Just the poison just attacks
It's-
you continuously until it's done.
It's either the healing score or just that endurance rank times 4. Whichever's better, the victim can choose.
Okay.
So,
I mean, technically, then I could throw a bit of fire milk in them because that would give them an extra endurance die when it comes to
does.
recover from wounds and injuries. I don't know if it works on this.
No, it is not injuries.
Would Maester call
Never mind that.
With Maester Cole's knowledge of this, could he deduce who would be best to take with him? Who is the sickest of these 4 people?
Who's the sickest?
Who is likely to need the most help?
Excluding Gold.
None of them are super durable, really.
Gold.
So Ryman is a bit more durable, and Gold is a bit more durable. The 2 Peaceberries are probably the ones harshest.
Who is technically the older one of the 2? Peaceberries.
The
Yeah, out
older
of the
one
Peaceberries.
is that one. I
Really?
believe. Wait a second. I'll just check it.
I thought it was the other one.
I might be wrong.
Because the older one we should prioritize over the younger one, technically.
Yeah. And so Ryman
Sorry.
won't mind being healed by a lady, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a choice in the matter.
Exactly. But he'll be
If he wants to complain, he
upset.
brings the complaint to me.
Well, I'm just saying we should take those who is looking worst.
Yeah, but we also want to
There's
save
also political
Gold.
concerns if the other nobles die.
I know, but Nima's just being practical here.
We know, but we have our own priorities. None of them are friendly.
Well, nobles are just as much human as anyone else.
Well,
Let's see.
I'd,
the,
Well,
I'd
we'll take
say
those 2 then, and we'll do that. At the
okay.
at the plan.
They
What?
can,
I thought the Maester was going to take care of the...
Sure. Do that as well.
Wasn't that how it was?
well, no, I would have said that the Maester takes care of the oldest of the Peaceberries and Gold.
Gold.
And
Gold,
Rosette
really? He's the
takes...
freaking smith.
Yes,
The
yes,
one
He
smith.
cost
Alright.
2,000 gold dragons. 2,000.
Without Sir Ryman, we do not get money.
Sure. She can be very
Money
married.
anyway.
So
Well, no, because she has... In this universe...
The dowry cost is less than what Gold is worth.
yeah, she can remarry. It's
Well,
Exactly.
she's pregnant.
She can
But-
remarry.
so
Fine, don't worry about
technically we could aid Rosette, even coordinate.
Yeah, it's
What
true.
sure, you
Good
go and
taste.
coordinate. You go and coordinate with Rosette.
But we'll coordinate. I need 2. We need a second person.
Yeah,
Dessem.
and we need Dessem to be the coordinator because
God
of
damn it!
his mega
Fine,
will.
fine. Dessem will coordinate this.
You can certainly spend your time doing that, and maybe like some peasants will die, and the alehouse probably won't open now
No.
because it's
No.
people
Yeah.
died. But the priestess and the priest will take care of the rest.
What?
Common people in the flock.
So Tarley, that smug fucker.
Yeah,
He's just watching.
Alaric's watching him.
But it certainly is sure that the Peaceberries will not be part of the joust as they had
I can
planned.
imagine.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Nima's pissed now.
Yeah, the idea. Someone else moved in onto. Maybe we should switch to Grey Cap. I'm just saying.
Make this like a serial thing.
The
Yeah.
reason...
What could happen if we get
The
caught
reason
then?
I didn't choose that was because I wouldn't
know.
want that
Yeah, I
little
know.
shit to die.
Yeah,
I was like,
know,
I don't want that
and I
shit
agree.
on me.
totally agree.
Someone didn't have the same concerns, or this is the plague and you're all horrible.
I mean, Mr. Cole said it wasn't a plague, so
He doesn't think it's a plague now.
No, I don't think it's a plague either.
We trust Maester Cole. He's
He is pretty good
an
at it.
expert.
It's kind of the thing he does.
Well, fucking Tarley. I just want to hit him, but
We don't
He's
know if...
not
Right
right now.
I know. It's just my. Maybe I can have Qualler poop on him or something.
Sick him.
Birds are great at aiming.
He is known to kill animals and torture them, though.
I know.
Yeah, but Kavala doesn't need to be anywhere near Sam when he poops on him.
Move their table.
Fly
Qualler is
overhead.
also way too smart to get captured by that idiot. But it is certainly interesting. The Peaceberry boys are out. I do think Ryman and Gold were just casualties of
Yeah.
Circumstance.
Yeah, of circumstance.
Who-
They could just be very drunk.
Who do we have in the joust, Manaki?
Yeah, who is left in the joust?
Well, who of note?
Trance, Willem. Oh yeah, that's Ashra's buddy.
Yeah.
Those up there?
It's got to be more, I imagine.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Ashworth.
Oh, the older
Those,
one? The older one is
No,
gonna.
no, he's not. He's just with his brother. But those are the notable people. Then there's some like people who are not gonna.
So those.
Fuck. I want Sir Willem to win now.
So
Kind of
Tarley's
cool.
not in it?
Sam Tarly.
No, no.
Okay.
What? He said he wanted to be
Oh, he's
part
not?
of it, though.
Yeah, he said that. Alright, sure.
Well, he's not signed up.
Well,
Oh, that's good.
even Oswald is in it.
Good boy, Oswald.
He is. He's the friendliest
Love you,
and most
Oswald.
normal.
Oswald has a stick.
I want to hug
he
that
seems
boy
to have been
so much.
allowed, and they even bought him a lance.
You know, that stick ruined my armor.
I have
What's at that?
Wait, they bought a lance. You remember this Tony lance like shatter, right?
the things. The things I have learned of the trance and their goals. There's some shudders.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, but Oswald's innocent. Oswald can be bent to our will.
He didn't have. I didn't have the heart to tell you when we talked. It was too dark.
Let's be totally
What?
honest. We can bend Oswald to our will. That's my issue.
We can bend Oswald to our will. He is just the wet clay
You know,
that could land into
Nima
our
would like
hands.
to have a word with Dessem on a matter here.
And then Nima comes running again. Like, hey.
A word of confidence here. Just you and me.
Sure. I mean,
'Cause-
Dessem can probably leave for like 10 minutes while coordinating.
Do you want me to go through with it? Or is this too suspicious?
It is certainly very suspicious. On the second day, if we have no other choice on this second day, then we'll go through with it. But hopefully, it doesn't come to that. I have high hopes for Willem.
You know what would have been so much easier? If you had just pointed at him and said that, instead of all this madness.
Well, this madness is not my doing, but I get your point.
You didn't say no to it.
Lord Trent will send a messenger with his condolences for the problems that have happened to
Keep trying.
Dessem, and if he requires
How did he know so
anything,
fast?
then, well, I mean, there is like a hospital area outside the tavern.
Yeah,
It's not that
a quiet
people are
operation.
calmed a little when they hear that it's not the plague. That would not have been great for anyone. But he will certainly send a message. If he can do anything to help.
We are gonna
It's,
say that it was bad ale, right?
Yes. Bad and sour ale. Yeah.
Put a
but
lot of
there's
salt.
Rest assured that his sons will still be in the tourney.
Oh yeah, no,
Yay.
Make it
I
a spectacle.
I do note that all three of the Trants are in the tourney. I do note. And I have talked to Lord Trant. I know what he's up to.
He had brought a bit of money with him. Bought horses instead of doing what he maybe hoped he would.
It's gonna... Okay. Dessem.
Yes.
It could be kind of dangerous, and Nima could end up getting maybe beat up, but she could try and get information from the Psycho Kid. Sam Tarly.
I'm not sure he knows that much. I think he just revels in the carnage. The most likely culprit, all things considered, is probably Old Man Trant. He is a sly one, that one. And the things he offered for the young Catelyn's hand was substantial. I didn't really go for it though, because it seemed far too sinister for my tastes. It sort of indicates at Nima how sinister that must have been for Dessem to find it too sinister.
I can imagine.
He is a man of quite the amount of intelligence, but also, I suspect, grand delusions. He thinks himself more than a man. And from what I've understood from him, I don't think Lady Catelyn would be very happy with the trance. It is unfortunate. But we're not there yet.
Right.
Right. This event has certainly raised the attention that the tourney is getting from a lot of people. Now, it was not like a cute affair, and Lady Caladan is she's all romantic about it. It's probably like a young knight who doesn't believe he has what it takes to win me, but is willing to do anything to have my hand. And there certainly are like a few pretty hits knights that you can sort of point out and be like, that one is probably him. Very handsome. It's like golden locks and blue eyes.
Oh,
I'd stab her if I could just get out of this fucking bed.
that's gorgeous. It's just
Hey,
that's cute.
I could spend more time with Bree coming in the medical room.
No, if only the world could become like from clear blue eyes, but it's not.
Manaki, question for you from the chat is: are any of the mystery knights jousting?
No,
No. Okay.
they're gone. Nobody's
Manaki noted that all
Just-
of them left.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
out in thin air. Who knows what they wanted or who they were? Nobody will ever know.
Mr. Knights, who cares?
I really cared, but that's it. I suppose.
Well,
Some masked hoodlums.
so the joust actually arrives, and it's time to joust for people.
Oh, jousting.
Randomize them.
Booga, 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 booga.
Yep.
We watch from the window as we're doing medical work.
Turned out it was whoever's closest to someone else.
Alaric's
Okay.
at the grounds, at least.
Alright, this guy's against like some dude.
Free win for that guy then.
The first, the other joust. He's out. He's out.
Yep.
And these three remain.
What? Oh, okay. Well, I got it
Oh,
there.
what the fuck, Tina?
I'm sorry.
No!
I played-
Oswald!
I thought Willem was out. I was like, wait, what?
My plan!
Oswald, no!
Yeah, he did very well, because it turns out he's a tawny knight.
Oswald is?
No, definitely not. Willem is a
Oh,
tawny knight.
okay.
That's why he uses a pike, because it is the closest he can get to using a lance on foot.
Maybe
Okay.
I should poison Edric instead because androids all talk.
Well, what I want to do though is to can we get some extra eyes on Willem so he doesn't get poisoned?
Yeah,
Well, he's
Alaric
hanging
will
out
probably-
with, when he's done, he's going over to this crowd. Hang out with them.
Dessem will be like, Alaric, you stick fairly close to him and try to not
Awesome perception of Alaric.
and try to just
Well,
keep
it's just like, let's not let anybody stab him.
Oh,
Oh,
remember what happened the last time Alaric went on his own involving copious amounts of alcohol?
I
yeah.
do,
Uh-huh. You
So
went
you went
rolling
on the
months
table.
ago with the
and
guy.
oh,
Hey,
and-
there's no
and
high garden.
only drink from the the private stocks. The
Well,
only-
he's now married to a no pawn
Hey,
bar.
oh, Willem has another death now.
Oh, another 2,000.
He certainly has the support of the Tyrells, and seems to be a tawny sort of superior. Though it is a little weird because he's not super young anymore. He's like in his 20s. So.
Oh, that's perfect.
not
I
super
in this case, I certainly prefer Willem over these two.
But all the young knights have been knocked out at this point. So Caladan is looking forlornly
Oh,
at them in the stands.
he's
does
20.
Catelyn-
Come on, look at Willem. He's like this. He's good looking.
Who
right?
would Catelyn
Grizzled,
give her
Not much talking.
a favour to? Who does Catelyn
Well-
give her a favour to?
That one is kind of young and also very handsome.
Right?
But she doesn't give it out because she was told by her dad that noble girls don't do that.
Aha.
Yeah, of course she likes babyface.
How?
Well, he's
Alaric
handsome
will
and
definitely be-
young.
I mean, literally, how is that like a question?
How
So handsome.
how well did Edric Trant do? Like, how is he proficient?
Oh, he did pretty well. It doesn't seem like he's too good on a horse, which is probably his downfall. He also opted to use the heaviest damn armor he could, which kind of ruined it for him a little bit. He got easily hit with the lance. And his armor doesn't really matter that much. He just seems to prefer to always wear his armor.
Sure.
He did last. He did win one of the tilts, but in the end, like Willem was definitely his superior in that matter. His training in the actual joust is making him quite the. He certainly is the one doing the best, as it turns out.
I have a question that I just forgot, so never mind.
All right, well that's
And
speaks itself.
Andrew Ashford, how well did he do?
He did well enough to beat Oswald Trent and make it look graceful.
So that's
So
not very
he did
good.
okay, but it's not like I mean. Then again, can he really show how good he is against Oswald? Who
Yeah.
he was good with
Some
the
of them.
horse. Oswald was good with the animal. That much was seen, but he could not like hit for.
Okay, I remember my question. If Willem fails, who would we want to win?
Well,
That is the plague or cholera right there. That is
Yeah.
none of these are really good. The problem with the trend is, as far as I understood it, they want to do bad things to Lady Catelyn. Like
Right.
it's basically, do you want to be stabbed in the front or the rear?
Well,
Ask.
Andro has not been. What he does is not. You know, he doesn't use a knife at least.
He's a little bitch.
And you know, if I could choose what she should be beaten with, I would not choose a knife. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dessem has just misunderstood the old Trent.
Maybe Dessem misunderstood old man Trent. Yes, maybe his talk of dark blood sorcery was just.
I just don't want her to be used for sorcery.
Then Trent needs to be stopped.
Let's hope Willem can kick ass.
Yeah.
Kick Ash for.
Ha ha! Can we, Manaki?
Oh, he can. Ashra
Yeah.
Tyrell has complete faith in him. So does Manser, and so does Eden rightfully.
Oh, Ashra, I love you for inviting this man.
He's gonna. Well, of course. Like he needed someone who could roll over that thing, and the man has been single for way too long. He doesn't enjoy the whole partying anymore. He's gone dour. So.
Can we have a separate talk with Ashra? Just a.
Sure, you can come to him and ask if you can talk to him separately. He's fine with that. So he'll excuse himself from the others. Well, like, you know.
He can definitely kick your ass. He doesn't care.
I want to be part of it.
Dessem will look somewhat troubled as he greets Sir Ashra.
Sure.
And,
Look at you, drink from his wine. Look at it, slush it around, unsatisfied with the amount left.
Of course. He says, well, so Ashra, I do have a slight concern. I was hoping you could perhaps help me with.
Of course.
With
Anything I can do.
Well, it is mostly keeping a close eye on your friend, Sir Willem.
There's why would you want me to do that? He's not particularly handsome to look upon, and my eyes have so many places to wander.
Dessem
Grins
looks
at
at
you.
him.
He sort of
I,
gestures to a few barmaids who are walking with a cider nearby.
I
Must forgive me if my attention switches from time to time. If this is about the Tawny, he may not be a looker or a doer, but he's better than the alternatives, no? I would stand up myself, but I could not take myself from the women of the
No,
world.
of
There would be a
course not.
riot.
I
What does
have
it do?
I have heard quite a bit about the riots, of course, Sasha, and it is very impressive. No, I was hoping that you could
Sometime
keep...
I could invite you. Yes.
I am...
Alaric has said that you not often put down your worries and simply
I
give
am-
yourself in to the maid.
happily married, so... And
Sort of
it would not be proper.
Grins, not really knowing what that means. Like
course
sort
it
of.
Does it say, keep an eye on him, will you? Because, as you said, of the people that are left, he seems certainly to be the best, and it would
Yeah.
be a shame if he drank some of the same bad ale that seemed to have befallen some of the other people. He looks
I
around.
doesn't drink ale. Why would he drink ale when there's much better things to fill you up with? Though perhaps I should give him something bad just to even the playing field. Maybe it'd make for a better spectacle.
Dessem walks a bit closer to Ashra, and he seems very serious on his face as he says, "We have some reason to believe that some of those people that fell sick were indeed poisoned. I do believe that it is an attempt to take out competitions in the tournament. That is why I'm somewhat concerned of Sir Willem.
Yeah. Meet your eyes. His smile's still there, but his eye's serious. He seems to be good at keeping a sort of a jovial smile, even though he's being serious. Probably something he picked up growing up in Highgarden. As he says, yes, I am well aware of this issue, and it is something that is not unheard of. I can, however, assure you that anything I could do to watch out for Sir Willem, he can do to watch out for himself. He's a competent man in every way, I would say.
Some nods.
Except for his looks, or his musical ability.
Well, one can be improved.
This one says, yes, it can. And if his lady likes to drink, maybe the other one won't matter as much.
Dessem grumbles something and then said, very well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, he raises a cup to you and says, would you care to join us? On the request of a Tyrell, perhaps.
Dessem sort of
looks down at his surcoat with the golden rose on his, embellished on it. Says, a single drink surely wouldn't take you from your duties for too long. Make it a little more bearable.
Dessem looks up at him, fucking pulled rank on me, bastard. Fucking asshole pulled
He
rank
grins
on
at you.
me.
He loves to do it.
I
He did it on
imagine.
Alaric all the time.
I imagine it does. What is the status of Sir Ashra?
You know what? I never get invited to anything fun.
Well, he's a sir and not a lord. But he is a Tyrell.
Yes.
And his family is your liege lord.
Yes.
Basically, calling him Sir Ashra Tyrell is generally, like, you can do it. But calling him Lord Ashra Tyrell, as he's above you, would be more appropriate.
Okay.
The only people who are really above him is it's the Longthorn or, like, the royal family. As terms of status, he is part of one of the major houses, a great house, in fact, and
I'm hearing
and that
like
gives him tons of free status that he can throw around.
Yeah, and he did throw it right at Dessem. Dessem will, he will, nod, says, of course, Lord Tyrell. He will do a slight bow.
Yeah, just answers. I'm sure you have some stories that are new for us. We're running out. He sort of waves a maiden with some ale.
Help.
He
I'm doing
won't
first aid.
place her on your lap, but
No.
but he was only
No.
a gesture for her, and she knows what's going on. Like, she'll lean
Yeah,
in
that's
and
true. No one can save you.
show a little bit of this or that. That's,
I
Hey, Bree, it's just you, me, and Nima.
There's something I would like to try.
Oh, sure.
Because Sam Tarley, is he just hanging around?
Oh, he's just moving around. Like, he doesn't stand here all the time. It's mostly the first day was interesting, then he probably grow bored of it. Would you like to sort of shadow him around, or?
I would like to approach him and see how he reacts to some stuff.
Oh, all right, sure, you can approach him. He's not gonna stop you.
Well, Nima will approach him. She has a wine skin on her, drinking.
Can I remember? Can I
What do you
just remind you? This is a guy that stabs barmaids in the eye for fun.
I know.
So don't go for the commoner approach.
He's just sort of hanging around eating an apple. Not really doing too much.
Yeah, Nima is dressed as a Braavosi man. Nima will walk past and offer him some wine. Want some wine, mate?
He just sort of looks at him and says, "No, thank you. I'm good," as it turns out.
What a dull affairance. The
He
whole...
says, "I have my fun in different ways."
No, I'm talking about the poisoning, but sure.
He looks and says, "Seen better."
Oh. Like what?
Shrugs.
Doesn't sound better. So who might you be? Lone man walking around.
Looks at you. She says, "Why, I'm the magnificent Sir Sam Tarley. Knighted this very eve, as it turns out."
Nima's...
Who the hell knighted him?
Nima doesn't... as you can clearly see, I'm not from this place. I do not know
So
much.
I see, yes. That is plain to everyone. Now, why have you approached me and broken my solitude? I was just here trying to ignore everything.
Knighted is being a big thing, isn't it?
No, not really. It's just some words.
Isn't it the king who does stuff like that?
Sort of frowns at you and says, no. Any knight can make a knight.
Who made you? What knight made you a knight?
Someone drunk. And in need of a gold coin, though I will not spend my time remembering a name so insignificant.
Sounds like a dull affair.
Most things are, aren't they? Now, why did you approach me again? Do you have some sort of quest, some sort of mission, a great thing that you have been looking for and just saw me and couldn't stop yourself, Sir Braavosi?
Nima does it a bow, a nonchalant bow. It's like, you simply just intrigued me, Sir Tarly, was it? I was bored, and you intrigued me.
Well, perhaps you should go be bored somewhere else then. Unless you want to tell me what family you are from and why Braavosi would be of any interest to a nobleman of House Tarly. I also noticed that you skipped every pleasantry, calling me lord or sir, not once, even after I informed you of both those titles. Clearly, you are a very uncouth individual and perhaps not fit to stay in this place, so perhaps you should go into the tavern over there and have some of the ale the lowborn drink. Maybe you'll have more luck with it than they did. He gives you a slight smile as he takes a bite of his apple.
Nima gives a low chuckle. Well, I'm sorry, my lord. As a Braavosi, there is no such thing as nobles. It is a new thing to me.
Is that an insult to my honor?
Not at all. It just slipped my mind.
Francis, you do know that, as you have no lord to protect you, any challenge I bring will simply make the local house bring you out to me, for my sentence to be as it should be. I have that right. They know it. He sort of looks around and says, all of them know it. You are nothing here. I could do anything I wish to you, and they would not stop me. Because you are lowborn. Trash. Leaves in the wind. Says, do you wish to test it? Is that what you are begging for? I hear that the Braavosi worship death. Well, perhaps I should indulge you and let you meet your god. Or perhaps you should leave and let the nobleborn handle the real affairs for now.
Nima smiles under her mask, thinking, wow, I don't even have to say much. He just talks and talks and talks. No, not at all, my lord. I'm not trying to do anything ill towards you.
Yes, and yet I do not care to speak to you, and you continue to persist. That by itself is an insult to my word. I could have you hanged, perhaps head cut off. It happens to be that the local houses are rather friends of my father, and having them insult upon his honor he would simply not accept. Insult upon me he would simply not accept either. He's a stout man. Perhaps they could get away with paying a war guild publicly, but it would certainly put some soot on their reputation if they were to deny me. What makes you think, and I'm curious, what makes you think that you're safe?
I am never safe. I've never said I was.
But did you keep testing it? He sort of moves his hand to his blade, and he seems to be in a fashion that if you do not leave, he will try to murder you.
Oh, I will not fight him. Well, Nima does a nonchalant bow and leaves. Her hand on her Braavosi sword.
His eyes will follow her as she leaves. Or him, I suppose. And he'll slowly begin to follow in a little distance away.
What follow what?
Follow
What?
me. Not try to hide that he's doing it.
Well, she'll go back to her post outside the plague temple thingy.
I'll go watch.
And she'll stand by the
I guess the
door.
guards greet her.
And Nima waves at them, and she offers them a wineskin.
Nima, is that you?
Hmm?
Laenys calls out. Is that Nima? Are you out there?
I'm out here.
Where's Dessem?
Quirks an eyebrow.
Heck, should I know?
She stands here listening.
Left.
Can you please try to fetch him?
I don't even know where he is.
I'm sure you can find him.
Guards!
What?
As Laenys,
No,
as
you
Laenys
could
goes
call
back-
for them and ask them to find him, but
as Laenys goes.
You know, Nima
you
looks-
could take a round, basically. You have plenty of perception to find him.
Alright,
And
Nima will do that.
After like a few,
Right.
15 minutes or so, you'll see him. Is Dessem telling a story if prompted? You know, he can leave after a story. I mean, surely he's got a good story. Oh, he's be right back. Well, I guess he isn't.
Nima will whisper a tune she has about Kvalad. About
Seems like he's preoccupied for a little while longer. He might. He looks like he wants to leave, though.
the strangling bird. Well, Nima would look for Dessem.
Sure.
Is he still following me?
Yeah. Just, you know, from enough distance to be visible.
Nima thinks, damn it, why does people use my name?
Regardless,
To call you assassin?
anyone who has any other major things they want
Jonas,
to do
get
this
back
day?
here! I'm being stalked!
Anyone who has any other major things they want to do this day?
Not really. Essentially, the only reason I was calling Nima to get Dessem was for the fact that he's supposed to be over here helping me.
Why
Yeah.
would you want that?
He will come back eventually, getting away from the drinking circle.
And Nima will go and... Laenys wants you.
Yeah, sure. He hears it and will quickly move back,
And Nima will...
mumbling
that's right.
about Tyrells and ranks and whatnot.
Yeah, because Rosette has he.
Yeah.
Nima will
She
go-
doesn't like to be told what to do, though. But she'll.
Well, she's not. Technically,
Keep-
technically, the coordinate goes on to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm being the one shouting what to do. I'm basically being told what I'm doing wrong.
Help her! Help her! Help her! She's your wife, man.
Essentially.
Nima will go
I'm
back to
getting
the
the-
guards and look for what her wineskin's like.
Sure. Let's follow you to the keep gate and stand outside.
Yeah, because coordinator.
Go to the keep gate and stand outside.
No, outside the plague temple thingy.
Oh, okay. Then he'll follow you.
Where she gave her wineskin to the guard. She like, so where did my wineskin go? Yell at the guards.
You have it back.
She'll just laugh and just continue drinking with the guards and talk about.
So, if there's nothing else you want to do before the next day,
I would like to know if he
the
stops.
final joust.
I would like to know if he stops stalking me.
No, he doesn't. Well, until you like go into the keep or something, then he'll leave, disappear.
He'll not be able to come into the keep, so.
Well, I mean, it's not like the guards would stop him. He is noble after all, and
Mm-hmm.
But he can't, like, come into our home. Into, like, rooms and shit.
He can go with me.
he doesn't have a
Jonas!
key. But
What? Yes, hello?
you escaped from Nima. Got you from the group. You
Oh,
Got
escaped
you out from the
narrowly.
group, and I don't know how much Dessem noticed, but Tali is stalking me.
What? That's
Yeah.
like, does Nima... What?
Well, if
What did you do?
Nima will. If he noticed, Nima will just say, "Don't look at him."
He'll probably notice. He has like a 21 in passive awareness.
Yeah,
he'll
he'll
probably
notice.
Nima-
Fantali is not trying to be discreet about it. He's just standing there looking.
Like,
At,
doesn't
Nima.
looks at her and like frowns. Like, what do you want, Nima? Have you like broken your cover? And then like,
he stands there looking at you.
then Dessem will immediately try to disavow the person standing in front of him.
Nima will say in Braavosi, speak Braavosi.
Basically he will speak loud and clear enough to get Sam to hear, but not obviously, you know. It's loud enough for him to hear, but not trying to speak loud enough so he will like tip his hand that he's obviously wanting him to hear. But he will then pretend to speak with Nima for a few sentences and then look very outraged and then basically wave her away like some sort of drunk that he wants absolutely nothing to do with.
Roll an acting check.
It's a deception act.
Deception act, yeah.
I can do that.
It's this is how it should be every time someone comes in and doesn't know what I've been doing.
All right. Just keeps looking at Nima.
And then
Sword picking it under his nail.
Dessem will throw in a few threats that if this foreigner does not behave himself, he will throw her in the stockades. And if Nima persists, he might even summon a guard to sort of escort Nima into some sort of prison.
We will say all I was asked was to bring you here.
And, well, he will look with a murderous glint, because she clearly is not protected by anyone.
And then, like, as he turns around, he will like hiss at her, "Get away from him!"
Nima will say in Braavosi, if here is the safest I can be right now.
Doesn't really work after that whole speech, though.
You can't just walk up to me with like a super angry Tarly behind you. Like,
Well, what the fuck do you want me to do?
get away from him.
Where do you want me to go?
Talk to him.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened between
Walking
you two,
up.
but
She
you
walks up
but
to
you,
Sam and talks to him.
But you dragged
He
me
talks
out
mostly
and
to
like
me.
but you let your like cover
Me
fall
lord.
and then
My
implicated.
cover
My-
is not blown.
My lord,
Dessem will turn around.
sir, I see that you too have been insulted by this foreigner. She insulted me upon my honor and my house, and refused to listen when I told her to be gone, that I would be merciful to her. I hope you see no problem in me requisitioning her and bringing her to my father for punishment.
Dessem
Him.
looks at Tarly up and down, and then looks at over at Nima and says, "If that is indeed what has happened, then it is certainly a very grave offence."
Yes. I should have to tell my father to blot his blade on this one, I believe. We cannot allow such an insult to stand to House Tarly, and surely your house is as insulted as mine by this folly.
Can we hear this conversation?
No, she's right there.
He looks.
Nima drinks from her wineskin, bored at them.
And Dessem will say, "Well, that seems. If she has indeed done so, then it is House Caladan first and foremost who will mete out the justice. I think it is on our
I'm
lands.
sure my
after all.
father will insist.
I
Shall
shall
I break the
personally.
word that you would not wish to see House Tarly's honor?
Dessem will open up intrigue with with Sam Tarly here.
All right.
He will argue that the honor that was insulted is, of course, both of them, but this is Caladan lands, and Caladan's honor is the first one to mete out the proper justice. So they have first pickings on this one, and he will guarantee Sir Tarly that that this foreigner will be very duly punished.
Well, he will then offer to yield, saying that such could be accepted if it was a public affair.
Dude, I didn't do anything.
I tried warning you.
I wanted to see
We will
how.
let House Caladan do as they wish, but since
I wanted to see how he would act, and now I know.
he has no nobles to speak for him, a duel is impossible. So, foreign lands, when you act uncouthly to the authorities in such ways, then it's only natural for such an affair to be public. Whichever punishment you would see fit, of course.
Dessem will signal like 2 guards or something close by
Sure.
to
Dude, the guards know Nima.
to bring Nima to the stockades.
So yeah, and how long would you propose that she would stay there?
Well, for now, just throw in there until we have finished this little discussion here to figure out exactly how we punish her.
He nods and says, "Very well then, I shall accept to that for now. I'm sure my father will be delighted to hear that you brought out a good and just sentence for the insult in his house.
Dessem
She'll
nods.
inform him of your current doings right now, so you do not have to." She gives you a smile and says, "I can see you are busy with this."
Nima gives her one skin to one of the guards, like, keep it.
They drag her off, being rough and what's appropriate.
What? They know her?
Right,
Him?
but they also don't want to blow her cover.
Oh, right.
Exactly. This is why we're doing this, is not to blow your cover.
I didn't.
He will smile at Nima, and just
Well,
sort of look at her with eyes saying
Dessem,
that I could kill you, and it wouldn't really be much of a problem.
Dessem will nod to him and say, "Bring your regards, my regards to your father."
Oh, I shall. Oh, I shall.
Well, I learned something from him, and now I know.
Now we've got to fake kill you somehow.
You don't have to fake kill me.
No,
All you
no,
have
no,
to
it's
do
not
is
gonna be
maybe
a
whip
killing.
her or something.
Yeah, it's
Nima
gonna
wouldn't hold it
be-
against you.
It's gonna be a whipping.
Nima's been whipped before.
I'm
This isn't
sure.
going to be a pleasure
Well,
whipping. This will be ripped
Beyond
skin.
that, does anyone want to do anything before we go to the next day in the tourney?
I'm presuming Desmond actually does eventually arrive to help out with the medical work.
Yes, he does, of course.
Yes, it
Well,
does, and he.
I've learned something very important.
Yes.
I could not in any way use any of my traits against him or with him on any level that I can see. Even though I said nothing, I spoke with him, not against him.
I mean, he is the kind of person who literally guts someone for even the slightest.
Yeah, but
he's
I
a
wanted to see
monster.
if it was indeed true.
You certainly know a little more about who he is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like proven that he's done these horrible things.
I wanted to see how he would act against someone who is not noble.
No.
Nima is not going to
Basically
hold a whipping
outright-
against you.
Yeah, Dessem will.
Maybe it's
like
how she
in
feels
the-
that most nobles act.
Dessem will come down
Draw.
during the night or something, and wake one of the guards out, or basically, and just tell Nima that he's sorry, but this kind of has to be a thing now.
Well, Nima will say, I have been punished with whipping before, it's nothing new.
Or Tali will also come and ask Dessem, what is this, basically?
Dessem
Son
will
says that our house has been greatly insulted by this person, and that you denied him justice right there. Perhaps it
Dessem,
would be better if, he will, of course, as an ally, defer to you on your lands, but perhaps a Tali man should do the whipping.
Dessem will talk to him, and he will argue that on Caladan lands it is Caladan laws, and we will have one of ours do the whipping. He thinks.
Well, if that's what you say is best, but
You know, Nima thinks you should let Atari do it.
Oh, I mean, if you're fine with it.
I don't think any of you wants to whip Nima.
Oh, Bree would fucking beat the shit out of her.
Seriously.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Bree is helpless right now. Can't do a damn thing.
No, Alaric would definitely do it as well.
My fear is if we let Sam Trolley do it, he will.
no, he's a
actually...
noble, he's above that.
Okay,
You
then
want
that is
the,
fine.
men-at-arms.
Then that is perfectly fine. Then. I
Well-
just don't want him to actually.
yeah.
permanently
Nima has
harm
had
her.
worse,
But
Nima's
it's
had
a whip
worse.
we
but
present.
it certainly is not pleasant.
No, it is
It's
official.
very painful, and
It's official and all that, and it is a Tarleman that does it. And Dessem will talk to Selwyn Tarley and to probably downplay like the foulness of the insults and stuff like that, but say that's certainly propriety.
hurt them.
Well, he will relay some of the sort of rude things that she perhaps said to him, and he will sort of doubt that it was much worse than that with his son. He can't know, of course, but
He would believe his son's word. He's a Tali, after all. Grown up, he's strong. Soon he will carry the weapon of the house. But he can be a little volatile sometimes.
Well, it's better if you say it, my friend. But hopefully this will smooth out any of the ruffled feathers. Doesn't value the friendship after all.
Sure. So, the day of the final of the tourney. Yes? No more,
No,
more errands or...
no, I don't
All right,
think so.
good, wonderful.
Bree gets out of bed and goes on
Yes.
a grand adventure to enlist the Lornmen. And
To waylay the Tarleys on their way home.
oh, that's not who I was thinking. All right, yeah.
Let's kill our
the
friends.
younger Tarly, not the old Tarly, just the young one.
We are indeed
Maybe
in
Catherine's
some
watching.
trouble with that Tarly.
The others are in the tilts. No, there's no play against anything. So
Alaric will be by Catelyn.
Boogity boogity boo.
Is Nima still in prison?
well, maybe. I mean, it's only been a day,
Probably.
so probably not after she's been whipped at the evening. So no, probably not.
Well,
She
might
probably
not
is
want to
very
go
hurt
around,
and
so.
sore, though.
yeah, probably. But she will go as maid. Keep the low profile as a barmaid.
Sure. A beaten barmaid is not something new,
No.
sadly.
What?
Sadly,
Sadly, what?
it is not something new.
What is not new?
A beaten barmaid.
No.
Shit,
Oh.
you know?
I mean, it is getting late, that is true.
I
Real
didn't know we were
conversation
playing
there.
the questions game.
Imagine how we talk every day. I'm sorry, what?
I'd have fucking committed suicide.
Aw, don't say that.
How
That's
did Grimith die?
hurtful.
Well,
I fucking slashed my throat and bled all over my kitchen counter.
Don't say that.
way to go.
That's hurtful.